Fall Guys Mobile is finally out, and now the game is available to everyone. But since the port just been released, it's obvious that not everything works perfectly. So today I will tell you about all the issues of Fall Guys Mobile at the moment. Please like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Let's start. Let's start with the first issue, namely that the game cannot be downloaded from Google Play or App Store. This problem can seriously affect the popularity of the game, since basically everyone is looking for games in these applications, and not everyone can figure out that they need to download the Epic Games Store on their phone and then download Fall Guys Mobile there. The next issue that will be fixed in the near future is the lack of creative mode on the mobile devices. Like, you can still play creative levels, but you can't create them. But, as I said, this problem will be solved soon, as the developers wrote about it in their blog post. But how soon? Because for developers the word soon can be all year. Remember about themes that have not been added since the release of creative mode. The most important thing that the developers didn't delay the mobile version because of the creative mode. Next, I wanna talk about the many inconveniences of mobile version. And let me start with what I was afraid for a long time.
Flashback.
But if you look closely, you can see the dive button is missing.
End of flashback.
Judging by some leaks, the setting to turn on and off a separate dive button should have been in the game, but if you go into the settings, the setting is not here. I also wanna mention the graphic settings. It's not really serious, but I would add more options as well as ultra low settings, since at the moment the optimization in the game is a little bad, but more on this a little later. And finally, I wanna say about the different levels where you need to grab something. For example, I'll take levels with the tail, such as Tail Tech, Team Tail Tech and Royal Fumble. The fact that you cannot use the dive grab on mobile control, if I think I'm not talking about the controller, and yes, you can connect the controller to your phone. Since this mechanic isn't on phone, people on other platforms have a huge advantage over mobile players. I think it's worth adding option like auto tail capture, but just for mobile players. Also, to avoid inequality between mobile players and players on other platforms, it's worth adding a function to disable and enable cross-platform. I don't understand why this feature isn't available on mobile version, since this feature is available on other platforms. Now let's move on to the visual part of the game, because not everything is perfect here either. And the first is of course the lighting, which is very different in some levels on the phone than the same levels on other platforms. Here are some screenshots that prove it. There are also various visual bugs, starting from these statues in Blast Landis and ending with the background in Frantic Factory, which is slightly out of the place where it should be. I can also mention this balloon, which looks more like pumpkin, but I'm sure that these are not all the bugs and there's more of them. And finally, the biggest issue of the mobile port is optimization. The minimum system requirement indicate that you need at least 2 GB of storage and 3 GB of RAM, but for some reason phones with minimum system requirements are not suitable for playing Fall Guys. And even on my good phone it's very laggy on detailed levels. This applies to both Unity and creative levels. On levels like Night Fever I have stable 60 FPS, but when it comes to Frantic Factory or the Blast Landis, the FPS drops to 10. I don't believe that Fortnite Mobile is optimized better than Fall Guys Mobile. It's simply impossible. I don't believe it. Don't tell me it's impossible. It's possible. I don't know what am I talking about. These were all the issues of Fall Guys Mobile for now, but despite all these issues, the game turned out quite good. All these problems will definitely be solved soon. Thanks for watching and subscribe. Sorry for the lack of videos, I'm sorry, I'm singing random crap, I don't know, I wanna say sorry, I was lazy, I don't know, yes, goodbye everyone.